Welcome to round 2 at Long Beach. This is going to be an interesting one. We've had some exposure to this track before, albeit in Newman Haas Racing.
Zanardi has had a bad couple of races after being the early season leader. How have I done that twice?
So it's probably not going to go exactly the same as that. A few changes this time around. Unfortunately, Josh's circumstances have changed, so he's no longer able to race in the season. So unfortunately, well, I've not actually heard from Zombor. I don't actually have any direct contact with Zombor, so we'll see how many Super Gazelle cars there are today. I'm worried this is going to go a little bit like Adelaide as a street circuit, but at least my steering is fixed, so that's something. But again, the focus kind of is reverting back to survival. I just need to focus on me. Regardless of how well I do, I'm going in with no expectations. This is only race number 5 for me, so just, I just need to go in, drive well, and see what happens. I absolutely lost my head in the last one just because I was near the sharp end, and I just need to not care. I just need to be like, right, focus on my bit of road. I end up where I end up. I think that's what served me well in my best result so far in the Sim Racing 500, so I'm going to bring that attitude to this one. So the briefing is like a minute away, and there are literally 8 people here. Which is slightly disappointing. Sure, there were more in practice, though, that have set times. I'd have more of an answer after the briefing. So there are 9 people here. So if I don't score points today, I've had a proper mare. Oh yeah, I've got driving gloves on today. So I've got these on mainly to give me grip on the changing gears. Fun fact, got these from a stag do where we went karting, and I was quickest, and I do mention that often. I've got nothing else. Who knows, today might be the day where I get something else, but I'd have to work to do it. Eventually 11 people would show up for the race, so when the top 8 score points, it means I would still have to put in at least a semi-decent performance to score points for the very first time. So here we are, the 1998 version of Long Beach, so it's slightly shorter than the modern day version. A lot of fun. This first section is my favourite part, especially if you can hook that together and drift down to that wall. It's very satisfying. Coming into the race, I was about 7/10 off. The very fastest drivers were under 1 minute. Max Heyman setting the pace. Special shout out to Aaron Smith. He gave me some setup advice, because I was really nowhere near until I got that advice. And it started to click then. I got down to a 1 minute 0.08. Now, coming to set another time in practice, I would come across the line to set a 1 minute 0.6, so still not quite up there. I noticed Sophia was fastest, so I was keen to know where I was losing the time. 21.7, 17.2, 21 dead. 21.8, 17.7, 21 dead. Middle sector. That's where the time is.
Caution.
Not done that even once. But I'm doing it now. What the... It's fair to say at this point I maybe started to rush a little bit. Yeah, let's not do that in there. Well, it's all unravelling. It's very weird having no one here. Maybe it's good because I'll concentrate better, although evidence seems to suggest otherwise. I'm just left with the voices in my head. And my own voice. It's worrying. If I do my absolute very best, I'm in the mix for like 2nd and 3rd. But at the minute I'm not doing my very best. I reckon if I can get myself into the low 1 minutes, could look at top 5. And that's what I hope to do in this lap. So about 2 minutes left before the end of practice. And you saw how in the first few attempts I was wrestling the car around. And sometimes you feel like you are going quicker when you wrestle the car around and really hustle it. But here, a little bit slower, a little bit more controlled. And just like that, I'm already 2/10 up again. Not throwing the car into the corners. And a nice, clean section, which means I'm up by almost 0.6 of a second. And coming into the final sector, almost 7. Now, this final hairpin is a big spot for either losing or gaining a load of time. Here I going a little bit shallow, so I'm not able to get on the power as early for the final straight, so lose a little bit of the time, but still an improvement. A 1 minute, 0.2, up to 6th, and just 0.03 of a second behind Bartosz Karpeta. At least I've got down to the 1 minute 2s. If I can do that in qualifying, I'd be happy with that.
All clear, go, go, go.
So in my dummy qualifying run, assuming I don't put it in the wall in any of my laps, I'll get 6 attempts. However, that was a big assumption, as coming around on my first flyer, immediately, wing gone. Fat. By the time I was on my next flying lap, over 3.5 minutes of the session had gone, which meant the calm approach was out the window. Awful. Let's just get round, come on. So, time to gently guide it round the hairpin and just at least get a bank of time in. Again, not a great angle, very slow on the throttle, but at least we head towards the line. Where would it put us? 1 minute, 8. Around 6 to 8 tenths off my best. So with the next lap, I immediately want to try and build on that, as you can see, a bit more aggressive, up by 6 tenths, just 2 corners to go. It's not good. Awful final corner. To think if I'd maintained that 6 tenths advantage, I'd be in the 0.2s. Qualifying not going well so far. But immediately, the next lap, trying to build momentum. I'm down, but I'm only down by a few hundred, so if I can have a tidier final corner, immediately I could better myself. Good, right, better. But I can do better. And with confidence slightly elevated, I crossed the line with just under 15 seconds to go. This would be my final lap. If I could deliver my very best, there was still a shot at another 5th place. Ah, you Realistically, even if I delivered the best I'm absolutely capable of, it's 1 place. I feel like I could have gone quicker than 0.4, but I've just not hit my stride with this yet, which is a shame. Now, on request of a couple of the drivers, the warm-up was shortened to 5 minutes only rather than the standard 10, and it's fair to say I didn't make the most of that time. Oh, ow. Whoops.
Caution flag is out.
Oh, you know what? In 2 minutes to go out and do round a lap, there's no point. Oh, I don't feel comfortable. It's annoying. I felt okay. I felt settled. Sort your brain out, man. You know what? I don't care if I'm slow. I don't care if I've overtaken. Just drive well. Drive solid. Drive safe. Temps aren't too bad. Go. Here we go indeed, my second street race since Adelaide. Let's hope it's slightly better than that. Once again, highlights and key replays at the end. There's a couple in race as well, but you'll see all the action from another angle then. But for now, the revs come up, the lights go on, and we're underway in Long Beach. And what a start I ended up getting, through the middle of Gino Gagiano and Bartosz Karpeta, up to 5th, and then into turn 1. For the second race in a row, I'd be going through side by side into T1 next to Mark Wittmann.
Watch your right. 3 wide. Clear right. Clear right.
Oh dear. No, I'm okay with being hesitant, being a bit slow as long as I keep it on the road, but the issue here is because I'm so slow throughout first time round, I'm not getting a slipstream with the cars ahead. There's a bit of a gap, which means I'm a bit of a sitting duck for Bartosz Karpeta, and he's been quick in a straight line as well. Ike Vera also has a look, thinking about making it 3 wide, but he backs out. Now we go towards the final sector, and be careful of the traffic jam at the final hairpin.
On your right. Clear right. Car right. Watch your right. All clear.
Oh, good lord.
Watch out. Yellow flag.
Fuck me. Like,
Watch your right.
Vera, please
Clear.
pit. You lost your rear wing.
Yellow flag. Pit stop requested.
mess.
Safety cars. Safety car. Safety car.
You know what, thank you. Me. Damage is being repaired. So I'm at least not going to go a lap down. That is something. No idea whose fault that was at the hairpin. I saw there was someone on me inside, tried to leave space, and then gave myself no room to freaking turn the corner, which allowed me to finish that thought. It's annoying and embarrassing. I had the space, I just got caught watching the back of another car, and just went straight to the wall. Right, let's get temps up. We at least have a car. We are still going. Let's get take these gently, because I want to actually preserve my tyres. However, it took everyone so long to get damage repaired and catch up with the queue, we're just waiting for Ike to catch up at the minute, that we were still under safety car after almost 7 minutes. God, my engine is quite hot, though, it has to be said. It's not Adelaide hot, but it is hot. Well, this is into almost a third of the race. So we will go green again next time by, surely. And then, yeah, there we go. I'm not in a rush to get into here. As expected, everyone guns it out at the final hairpin, and so do I, and it means I have a little bit of a gap to Arlindo behind me, so at least I don't have to worry about being under attack, and I can try and focus on catching up with the pack and getting back in the points. Okay, so brakes are cold, careful into one. And as you can see, a slower, more measured, calmer approach to Sector 1, and I'm already getting on the back of Salto and Hamilton. One lap later, and I'm now comfortably tucked up behind Salto and thinking about trying to make a move. I'm just out of the points at this point, but fortunately, I don't have to worry about that too much, as Gino Gagliano spun on the exit of the hairpin, and I'm back in the points, at least for now.
Safety car, safety car, safety
Oh,
car.
hell. Oh, wow. And incredibly, 2 of the quickest racers at the front, Josh Flynn and Max Heyman, are involved. However, an even bigger issue is Arlindo, you may have spotted, overtook 3 cars after the safety car is called. So I get the race director. So halfway through the race, I'm slightly annoyed. I feel like if I was a bit bolder, I could be making moves. Maybe I do want to be.
Joined your channel.
Hello.
Ash, what happened with you?
Hello, so just a quick check. When you call safety car, is that overtaking stops immediately, or are you allowed to overtake when you get to the line?
You should stop overtaking at that moment. Yeah.
So I think it's an accident, in fairness, but ATC, who's third, was behind me when the safety car was called, and he's just.
That's the same. That's the same what Lucas told me. He overtook some people. I will get him back. I will get him back. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. No problem. So Alindo TC, please fall back behind Ash Baker to 6th place.
However, this did not happen. Go on. Come on! Go! Oh my god! No, I'm wrongly yelling at Herd and Salter there, but actually what I didn't realise is Arlindo was weaving and blocking to stop him taking the place back. Oh, what the f is going on? Will we ever restart this race? Oh my god, right. So, not fully knowing the situation, I just decided to go past Arlindo myself. Technically one place up on where I should be. He's just going to do it. Oh, wow. So I'm starting in 4th, a 5th, 4th? 4th. There's going to be a lot quicker cars behind me. Namely Mark Bittman and Josh Flynn coming out from the back, but immediately, once again, I've got Arlindo directly behind me. I'm going out of the hairpin. Want to get away. Hopefully Salto and Arlindo can fight each other and create a roadblock. Great. Ooh, Christ. Slightly terrifying to see.
Right side, on your right, car right, clear right, right side, hold your line.
Oh, whoa! Oh, he's lagging all over the place, this isn't good. How the hell am I supposed to get past this?
All clear.
And unbeknownst to me, in that time Arlindo has shut the gap, and immediately I've got to go defensive.
Hold your line. Clear left.
I'm going to go and take the racing line. Attack survived. It was back to trying to get past Lucas, but honestly, I didn't know how I was going to get past him when this was happening. Oh, the lag is incredible. What am I supposed to do? In hindsight, if I'd focused more on getting a better exit out of the final hairpin, and maybe been in the slipstream and done it safely on a straight, fine. But I always seemed closest through the corners, and there just wasn't room. Not sure how I'm supposed to get past here, really. Safely. Oh, I've gone deep. Oh, I've gone round.
All clear.
Fuck.
Watch out, yellow flag. Watch out, yellow flag.
At no point have I felt like I've been able to get into a rhythm. Now, I would like to. Let's just...
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow flag immediately. And another thing that happened immediately, like clockwork, as soon as I have an off, I get a little bit twitchy, lose a bit of confidence in myself in the car. I'm now running 9th again. Am I going to miss points again? Oh, f off.
The caution flag is out.
How is this happening to me again? How? I can do better than this. It's really frustrating. It's no one else's but, you know, my own.
So Mark Whitman, same case. Please fall back. And Lucas Hamilton, you spun him around, or I will give you a penalty.
Oh no!
Yellow flag.
Stop reading the text. Right, so Whitman's got to drive through. And if I'd not spun around whilst reading that information, it probably would have been nailed on that I'd have overtaken him. But now it was going to be touch and go, especially when I'm still a little bit nervous, a little bit twitchy because of those offs. Now, because of the incident between Whitman and Hamilton that got him the penalty, Hamilton had gone in the pits, so I was back running with at least a point. But there's no denying, it had been a messy afternoon. At least I got a good start. One positive. And so, the time came. Whitman in the pits to serve his penalty. It was going to be close. God, I'm going to have Whitman behind me in no time at this rate. Well, he might get out before me. Oh, I don't think he will. Now at this point I just had to clear my mind of the fact that I'd made loads of mistakes and cost myself a load of time. The task was simple. There was less than 4 minutes with 1 lap to go. I had to try and shore up my driving, which as you can see still wasn't quite sure, and keep Whitman behind me. The gap now he was out, 1.7 seconds. However, just a few corners later, it had grown to a lot more.
Slow car last sector, no front wing. Slow car last sector.
Is that Whitman? Oh, he's obviously tried to push it. So while it was unlikely, I was going to see if I can catch Arlindo. I'd taken 3 seconds out of him in the past couple of minutes, so maybe I could capitalise on any mistakes. Don't you dare. Which is, you know, rich coming from me. Oh, I'm catching Arlindo, but unfortunately, unless he makes a mistake, it's not going to be enough. And that's on me for making, again, more unforced errors. What an idiot.
Last lap, make it count.
Slow car second sec, no front wing for Copetta, be careful.
I must admit, I got very excited when I heard the word slow car, but realising it was Bartosz, he was slightly too far ahead for me to catch. So, it would be finishing where I started.
Congratulations to Sophia Mertens for taking the race win.
And while it was better than Adelaide, has to be said it wasn't much better. Can be happy that I finally scored points in the championship, but my goodness, it could have been so much better when I was running as high as 4th at one point. Points!
Caution.
I finished where I started, and I got points. Annoyingly, if I'd not had the unforced errors, I might have even picked up a place. Very annoying to, yeah, very annoying to be where I am. Because I could have done better, but I was timid on lap 1, for sure. Like that, the start itself, great, brilliant move, but then after that, yeah, okay. As I was trying to find my way into it, I lost some places. Frustrating what happened at the hairpin. And then, yeah, it was just frustrating. I just couldn't seem to be bold enough to find a way past Salto and Hamilton. And then Hamilton seemed really, really laggy, unfortunately, so I didn't want to make any moves. Unless maybe I was trying to capitalise on a mistake. So I should be happy there. I have at least got my first points in a championship. I finished the race where I started it, but it's the unforced errors are annoying. The next round should be interesting though, because it is an oval, but it's not an oval that you'll just be able to go around completely flat, and it is Phoenix. This could be very interesting indeed. Well, I will continue to fly the flag for Super Gazelle Racing. I have scored points. I will continue to try and score points. And you know what? My best result has come on an oval. So maybe, just maybe, I'm going to have a slightly better performance there. Thank you so much for watching. Round 3 at Phoenix coming soon. But what's wrong with me? Don't answer that.